What is up, guys? Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome if it's your first time. Today we are going to be doing a tier list for one of my favorite shows, if not my favorite show of all time, Lost. I just want to add quickly, I have other tier lists on my channel, including DC shows, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, etc., etc. But I want to hop right into this. First, I want to say there aren't many characters I hate. There are just characters that a lot of the time I dislike. We will be ranking each level individually as well. Let's start with Lucia. I'm gonna say is a B tier. I didn't like her when we first met her. She was like really annoying, but as we saw more of her, I started to like her, and especially at the time of her death, I actually felt really bad because I was hoping to see more of her. So a solid B tier. On to Ben. S tier, dude, what a great performance by Michael Emerson. Such a great character, a great redemption. As I said, great acting. You feel for him, you hate him. I feel like in the last couple seasons we didn't get to see enough of smart Ben, though. We saw a lot of Ben getting beat up. Bernard is a C tier. I don't hate him, but we don't see a lot of him, and I do prefer Rose over him just because of Rose's sassy attitude. Bernard's just he's a C tier. There's nothing really I don't like about him, but there's nothing like I love about him, if that makes sense. While we're at it, let's go ahead and put Rose. Rose will be a B tier, right behind Ana Lucia. Rose is so funny sometimes, and she's a great person. She helps, like, mentally, she is a guide to everybody else on the island. She's helped John, she's helped Jack, and while she may not contribute in huge ways, she's there and she does contribute in that way. Boone, I'm gonna put Boone in A tier, or I'm gonna put him at top of B tier. I might move him down. I might move him up. I really like Boone. I liked his backstory, and I wish we got to see more of him. I don't know, for some reason I just liked Boone, and I was sad to see him go. Charlie is an A tier, close to S tier. Besides that portion in season 2, where we had the episodes with the fight between Charlie, Locke, and Claire, which, by the way, during those episodes, I wasn't on anybody's side. I was just like, come on guys, stop this. But that storyline, I did not like. What is it called? Fire plus Water, or Water plus Fire, is my least favorite episode of the series. But I mean, I gotta be honest, the episode where Charlie is writing down his greatest hits, that made me cry. I gotta be honest. His death made me cry. It might be the first time I cried during the show. Besides, I think I cried during HR's death in Flash. But that's not the point. Yeah, first time I cried in Lost. Or no, I did cry during Echo's death. This show makes me so emotional. I'm not a big crier during movies or shows, but I don't know, man. No show has hit me on the emotional impact that Lost has. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad are absolutely amazing shows, but neither of them have come close to the emotional impact. But I'm rambling. Let's move on to Charlotte. I'm gonna put her behind Bernard in C tier. I don't hate her, but she is just, like, my least favorite of the Frighter people, and she's just a C tier. Nothing really bad to say about her. She can be annoying sometimes. Christian Shepherd, we'll put at the top of C tier. I actually liked, he's not a good father, but at the same time, on occasion, he is a good father. And yeah, I like in the last episode when we get to see him and his conversation with Jack, so he's gonna be a C tier. Claire can be really annoying. I'm gonna be honest. Claire when she's pregnant and Claire without her baby are my favorite Claire. When she has her baby with her, she can be really annoying and the screaming, but sometimes I do like her. I just wish that we saw less of the my baby, and we saw like more of her herself. So I'm going to put her at the top of C tier. I did kind of like her in season 6. Like at first I was like, this is stupid, like Claire, like crazy Claire. But then like as the season went farther on, I actually enjoyed her more. Daniel Faraday is gonna go right behind Charlie. I really like Daniel. I like the way the actor plays him. I know some people don't. Um, Overall, a good character. Sad, like super sad the way he died, being killed by his mom is just, and the fact that his mom sent him to do it and he realizes that, just super sad. Overall, solid A tier. Desmond, of course, is an S tier. Let me say, I love that. I know some people don't like season 6, but I love the second half of season 6. Season 6B is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. And I love that Desmond is the one to bring them all together in the Flash Sideways. That's one of my favorite parts. The Constant is a great episode, an amazing episode, and there's not a lot you can't like about Desmond. See you in another life, brother. Mr. Echo, S tier. Man, I love this guy. If you're going to take away the obvious fact that he was killed off for casting issues, you could say that the smoke monster killed him because Mr. Echo was the only one on the island strong enough to resist his temptations, so he would have never been able to like use Mr. Echo's body because Mr. Echo just has faith, and he's just such an awesome, badass character. The way we learned his backstory was great as well. S tier character. Eloise, I'm going to put in the D tier just because there's not a lot to like about her. And it isn't like I hate her, but compared to all the other characters here, I think it's just fair I put her in D tier. Like we'll also do with Nikki and Paulo. I liked their episode. I'm gonna say I like Eloise more than them two, and I'm gonna say I like Paulo more than Nikki. I liked their episode, and I'm one that would have been interested to see if they had stayed. I would have been happy if they weren't killed off. It would have been interesting to kind of have two of the Losties be kind of somewhat tainted in their morality. But we only saw them for like 2 episodes, so they're gonna go in D tier along with Eloise. Hurley is an S. I mean, he's the most consistent character on the show. I'm going to put him behind Ben, but I might change and put him before Ben. Not sure. Alana, I found really annoying at first, but, I kind of grew to like her. But then she got killed off, so I'm going to put her... I'm going to put her behind Bernard. I would have liked to see more of her, but she kind of just died. Jack is my favorite character in the show. I love his arc. And dude, his death just is heart-wrenching. But I love it. The way that the poetic justice as he lays down and dies. And he looks up at the sky and he sees the plane leaving. And he smiles and then his eyes close. Damn. Jack is my favorite character. His arc, there are times I hated him. I was never like fully on Jack's side. Don't get me wrong, but overall, just, man, I don't know what else to say. One of my favorite characters of all time in anything. Jin is probably my second favorite character. Such a cool character, and I love his redemption. You realize, honestly, how much Sun screwed him over. Not always intentionally, but, he goes from being a terrible husband to... I love in the episode where he dies, the look he gives Jack, like, go. Like, he knows he's going to die. And just the way he looks at Jack, man, it just gets me every time. Locke. I wasn't always the biggest fan of Locke. I'll probably get roasted in the comments, but I am going to put him in S tier. Don't get me wrong, I do love Locke. But where to put him in S tier? I'm going to put him right behind Hurley, I think, right there. And I think I'll move Mr. Echo down to A just because we didn't see a lot of him. We'll keep Mr. Echo right there. Right behind right behind Charlie, right there. Though he can kind of move around. He's somewhere around here. Locke is right here. I really like Locke at parts, and then sometimes I found Locke annoying, but one of my favorite scenes in the show, of course, is that scene in Walkabout. Such an emotional character. Definitely has some of the best flashbacks. Just an amazing character. Definitely. Juliet, I really liked in season 3 and 4, and I know a lot of people like her in season 5, but I personally didn't. I preferred her in seasons 3 and 4. I'm gonna put her right behind Charlie for that. Right here. I really liked her in 3 and 4, though. Kate. Okay, I hated Kate sometimes, but since she's such an important character, I don't feel right putting her in D tier. So I'm gonna put her at the top of C tier. I just found her annoying most of the time. Michael Kimi, or Martin Kimi, we'll put at the end. There's really no reason to like this guy, honestly. Libby will go at top of C tier as well. We didn't see a lot of her, but I liked her relationship with Hurley. And, C tier doesn't mean I hate them. It just means, I like them, and I wish I got more, or most of the time I don't like them, but, sometimes I do. Frank Lepidus, most underrated character on the show, dude. He deserves so much better. We'll put him right there. He's like, I don't even know what to say about this guy. Watch the show and you'll realize how great he is. Just every scene he's in, most loyal guy, most hopeful guy out of everybody. Man in Black, we'll put him at the top of C tier. I thought he was an alright villain. Definitely, I preferred him in his own body compared to using John's body, though. Michael, I really liked his episode, Kevin Johnson, but just in terms of how I like his character, we'll put him at the bottom of C tier. I liked him in the first season, but then when he killed Libby and Lucia, of course, that went down. Miles became my favorite member of the freighter, and we will move Charlie above those. I think we'll do that. I really like Miles. Funny, he has some good character development. He's a good guy, though he can be a jerk. Penny will be another character that goes in C tier just because we don't see a lot of her, but I don't hate her. I actually like her. And just a solid C tier. Alex and Rousseau are B tier. I was frustrated with the way Rousseau got killed off. Rousseau will go right there behind Boone, and Alex will go right there behind her mother. Good characters, really cool characters. And again, I was sad the way they died, especially Rousseau. She went out like a chump. Jacob, I felt like was one of the most disappointing things about the show. I like the Man in Black more than him, just in terms of character. We'll put Jake up. We'll put Jacob right here. No, we'll put him right here. Just, yeah, there's not a lot I can say about him. Well, I don't feel it's right to put him that far down. We'll put him next to his brother. We'll put Penny behind them, behind Libby. I don't feel like there's a lot to say about them, but they're just solid C tiers. I like them at moments, but I feel as if we should have got a little more explanation about them. Tom was a funny character. Tom will go right in front of Christian. He's not such a bad guy, honestly. He's not an amazing guy, but he's an alright guy. Solid C tier. Vincent, we'll put it at the bottom of S, man. Poor Vincent went through so much, and then, at the end when he just goes and sits down next to Jack, tugs at the heartstrings. Charles Widmore, we will put in the C tier at the bottom. He kind of has like just a badass persona, honestly, and I really like that about him. But other than that, like not very likable. Richard I really like. I'll put Richard. We'll put him at the bottom of S tier, but I really like Richard. His backstory episode is one of my favorites, and I love the way we're introduced to him, and he's kind of a mystery throughout the show. Just one of my favorite characters. Sawyer, also an amazing character, top of A tier. Some seasons I like him more than others. Sawyer at his best is definitely one of my favorite characters. Like, Sawyer season 1 is definitely S tier, but he's pretty inconsistent in terms of likability. I might change that though. I might move him up to S tier. You know what? We will. We'll move Vincent down to A tier because we didn't see a lot of Vincent. We'll put him in the bottom of A tier. But Vincent kind of deserves to be an S. You know what? I don't know. Screw it. We'll have Sawyer and Vincent here. We'll put Sawyer in front of Richard. In front of Locke? No. We'll keep him there. Alright. Saeed. Top of S tier. Really like him first season, second season, third season, fourth, fifth, alright, and then sixth. Man, they just destroyed his character. Or no, sorry, fifth. They destroyed his character in the fifth season. Really disappointing, but you know, he wasn't terrible, but compared to his first 4 seasons, the way he evolved, just his character, he was not as likable. I really liked Shannon's development. We'll put her in the top of or bottom of A tier. I really liked the direction they were going with her and the way she was evolving as a person. And I was sad when she got killed. Sun was my favorite female in the first season, but then we kind of learn all the things she kind of screwed over Jin, intentionally or not intentionally. So I didn't like her as much, and sometimes she was annoying. But I mean, she still deserves to be in B tier. We'll put her at the top of B tier. And Walt, I mean, we're just gonna put at the top of D tier just because his character, they didn't know what to do with him. And in the end, he didn't really serve a purpose, which is kind of annoying. So this is my list. I'm gonna take a pause break and rearrange this and change some things maybe, or maybe not. Okay, so I am back and I did change some things. Let's talk about it. So I moved Eloise back here because I did enjoy Nikki and Paulo for what they were. And I moved Michael up a bit because I did enjoy his character in the first couple seasons. I moved the Man in Black and Jacob down, and then I thought about the way Jacob interacted with some of the Losties, and I kind of changed my view and decided, no, I do like him more than the Man in Black, so I moved Jacob above him. Now you can see I moved Kate and Claire at the top now, and Libby and Penny are behind Tom. This row didn't change, and I moved Shannon right here. And then this top row, I moved Sawyer above Richard, and I moved Locke above Hurley. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want, like. If you want, dislike. Subscribe. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.